Hello, welcome back to Sports Night Live here on Primetime Channel 480. Myself and Nigel Spatman. Now it's time to go a little bit cockney because we're going to Donetsk with a Bet Butler. We're going to speak to Nigel Seeley, our betting expert who's in Donetsk. But first, let's see what he's been up to.
We're here live in Donetsk now, and the coach you see just arriving, coming through. The countdown to the Euros for England starts now. 48 hours away to go to England start the campaign, and I'm with the Bournemouth boys. Hey. Listen, here we go. Introduce yourself.
I'm the Rat. I'm James.
Blue. Darnell.
Nobby.
Nobby's here. We're all here. We're all here. The Bournemouth boys
here, isn't he?
Yeah, and
He's always here.
Listen, these boys. This is devoted supporters for you. How did you get your tickets?
I applied online to UEFA about a year ago and won tickets to come back here, and then I had to organise a trip. It took a long time, but we're here.
On a joke. What a monster.
And yeah, it's been emotional, but we're here.
We're here with the two French fans, the first two French fans we've seen over here in the Ukraine. We have Laurent here.
Yes.
And we have William.
Yes.
And they're two brothers, and they're two here supporting France.
Allez les Bleus.
There's not many English fans coming here. We understand there's about 4,000 in total English fans coming to the match. We're hearing from the French authorities that the French ticket allocation's only been about 50 tickets sold. Is that true?
50?
That's what we hear.
Oh, I think it's not true. I don't know, but I've seen some French yesterday, and I don't know, maybe it will be less than English, of course, because they always come a lot, but I think more than 50.
This is the place to be. This is the golden line in Donetsk. This is where all the England fans are going. And I've got another two boys. We've got Rick over here in the yellow and Amel. They've come all the way from here, from South London. Hello, boys. You all right?
Yeah, good man.
How are you finding Donetsk?
It's good. It's a good place.
Good weather, good women.
Better than good women. The weather's good, but the women are better than good.
Hopefully the football's better.
In England, lots of people are predicting France to do very well in this competition. They think France may win it. What is it like in France? Is there a belief that you can win this competition?
In fact, now after our two last competition were really bad, so this year we want to be careful. But we know that we have a good team, and Laurent Blanc has made a very good job the two last years. So we hope, but we don't say that we can go until the end.
This is what these boys are doing. They've flown into the next, no problem, fantastic. What are you going to do to get to the next game? How are you going to get over from here to the next, to the Kiev game?
I think we're getting on a train with donkeys in.
That's right, isn't it?
12-hour we go on a 12-hour night train, get to Kiev, and then see what happens, and then we do all the same to get back here.
12-hour night game, but listen, if you boys are stuck, you've got a man with a sidecar. You're taking the back of the sidecar.
Yeah, we'll go by motorbike.
These boys, all the way from Bournemouth, all the way to Donetsk, they're taking the night train through with the cattle, the herds, all the way to Kiev, and they're going to do it because they want England to win the Euros, don't you, boys? The big issue over here is obviously the panorama doc about the racism thing. Have you boys encountered anything over here?
Well, we haven't.
That's why we're here. If we basically we watched it with our family, and that was shocking to see that footage, but it did not affect us. We're both here. We're standing here right now. We're proving that wrong right here. We're just here to
we haven't experienced anything like that as of yet, and hopefully it doesn't happen. People have been really friendly. I've been to Eastern Europe before, so I thought, I didn't have a problem there. So why come here and let one program put me off? And I've been here. It's been a great laugh so far.
Positive reaction there to hear that no incidents that we saw, as we saw on the BBC Panorama, have been repeated as of yet, and fingers crossed that stays the same. Let's go to Nige now, the Bet Butler.
Nige, how you doing?
Mate, look at those curtains. Lovely to see your face. How are you?
Good evening, guys. How you doing, all right?
I'm very well. Listen, you've been chatting to Nobby, Bully, the Rat. You had a great time. It's good now that obviously the fans are out there. Has the atmosphere ramped up slightly?
Oh, without doubt, Chris. I mean, yesterday it was buzzing, as you saw from the report. I know Spackers and Payne weren't quite used to what they were going to see there. All them boys in their kits singing and chanting and all that kind of stuff. It's about 10 times more like that now. So we decided to stay in tonight and watch the football at home rather than in the studio, rather than go out into the city. I mean, the city was awash of England fans. It's getting more and more busy. Chris Kamara and Steve Claridge were down at the local English bars doing a question and answer session all afternoon with the boys. But they're unbelievable. They get there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and they drink through till 6 o'clock in the following morning every night. And it's the same people. And even someone like me, I can't catch it. I can't keep up.
You're a lightweight,
I
Nige.
don't
You're
believe
a lightweight, Nige.
I've
Come
been
on.
out with Nige, and I
Have
do
you?
not believe that for a minute, mate. But
No
listen,
problem out there, though, Nige. Has there not been any problems?
No, not at all, Nigel. I mean, there was a few Russian guys around putting their flags around, and it's not the Ukrainians, it's the Russian element that the fans are slightly worried about. That guy who was driving us around town was pointing out all the different cars. And in Ukraine today, there was hardly any Ukrainian car number plates. He said they were from Russian towns that were sort of located very close to the border. And I think that's more the worry. You know, the Ukrainian guys are very, very local, but these Russian guys have a certain element about them. They're physically imposing. They're very, very big guys. You know, they're being friendly, but there is a little sense that maybe something could potentially go wrong. But they're very, very small pockets. And what I've seen is certainly not from the Ukrainian people.
We saw you catch up with a couple of French fans as well. Obviously very optimistic we are here for the French, not so much for the English. But has your opinion changed being among the fans? Have you started to get that little bit of an English twinge which says, oh, come on, lads, we're going to do it?
Well, I tell you what, Chris, today it's been absolutely boiling. It's been about 88, 89 degrees. Tomorrow it's going to be 94 degrees. Yeah. Now, I just think the planning of the England team to come out here on one day and just come in, fly in this morning and go and play a game. I don't think they've done this right. I think the French side have been out since Monday, since we came out. You know, Tuesday, the early part of last week. They're acclimatised to the weather, they're acclimatised to the conditions, and I just think that what Roy Hodgson has inherited is very, very bad planning. And I really do think the conditions tomorrow at 7 o'clock local time will be very, very hot.
It certainly will. Listen,
I
Nigel,
think that's the problem.
Pack some water, mate. Pack plenty of water and some sandwiches. You'll be there. I know you've got tickets. Listen, we look forward to hearing from you tomorrow night. We've got to move on. But enjoy yourself, mate, and come on, England.
No worries, guys.
Come on, England.
All the best, Nigel.
Cheers, Nigel.
Nigel, the Bet Butler there in Donetsk.